Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Saints and the Packers. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3.
The Saints defense set to go to work 2-0 on the young season. And the one we'll be watching is this man, head linebacker.
And he was an absolute beast last week. Wound up with 3 sacks on the ball game. There were times he fought through guys. Other times he was almost untouched. He really put it all together in that one.
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 21 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. You look at the Saints defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he's taken down here by the Saints. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And that's a play that's not uncommon.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. They go play action. Bridgewater. And they get to Bridgewater. Bridgewater taken down in the end zone for a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They're going to need to bear down a bit with this drive beginning all the way out past the 40-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll run runs straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. This defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice. The Saints about ready to go now on defense. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because the
ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up?
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater rolling to his left. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Now
he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw, Bridgewater. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
On third down, here's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
In motion left goes a tight end. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. The first running back taken back in April, Bijan Robinson, with a touchdown run. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. KJ Osborne, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago. So this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Jones. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So his first sack of the game, but CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They've pitched the shutout here into the 4th quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Forced out to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the 4th as this next drive starts 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack, trying to get away but could not.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Bridgewater to throw it.
That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. Ooh, the juke. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st down, Bridgewater. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Team here, Charles. That's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play And the other one, obviously, not ready at all.
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.